actually on a business trip right now. I took a trip out to, currently I'm kind of outside of the New Orleans area. I'm kind of going to be kind of going a little bit all over kind of the Louisiana area throughout the week on business. So I'm going to be working a lot during the day. However, I figured since I am in another state that I can take the opportunity to kind of film maybe some things that I do in the evening time, some local eateries and stuff like that around whatever town or city that I'm in. The goal is to try to check out some places that may not be chains, some places that are kind of local faves, and see what my thoughts are or my impressions of any local spots. It was a pretty decent drive in. I'm in Houston, so driving into the New Orleans area, it's about a 5-hour drive. Not too bad, no traffic or anything like that, pretty smooth, but it can be kind of a bit of a boring drive. It gets to be kind of long. However, there are a couple of highlights when you start to go over some of the rivers, and there's some cool little bridges and stuff like that that you get to see. So for a split second, you get to get kind of a cool little nice scenery or kind of overarching view, which is kind of the only highlight of the drive. And then other than that, it's just straight shooting. But to start off tonight, today is Sunday, and I'm going to check out a local Mexican restaurant that seems to kind of have some high reviews on Yelp. So we'll check it out. Normally I'll be, you see me walking around outside in front of the places, but right now it's a little windy and a little cool outside. So I decided the smart choice so that you all can hear me is to do this recording from in the car. So I'm going to head out and check this place out, and then I'll let you know what I think. Okay, just stepping out of Los Jefes Mexican restaurant. It's an okay place. I do have to preface this kind of review of things based on the fact that I am from Houston. And I do, in my personal opinion, feel like Texas Mexican is some of the best Mexican that you can get. So I can be kind of a harsh critic of Mexican food. So I do have to be honest about that. But this place was okay. I'm not going to say it was bad or anything like that. First off, started off with some chips and salsa, which one note that I do make is in the Louisiana area, chips and salsa is usually not a complimentary thing. Usually you do pay extra for that. But in this place, it was complimentary. So that was good. But the chips were just okay. They were a little thicker than I usually like. I usually like them pretty warm, thin, and crisp. And these were a little bit thicker and a little bit crunchier. So they were okay. The salsa was a little underwhelming. Wasn't too flavorful. Wasn't too spicy or anything like that. So it was just kind of middle of the road. Wasn't too bad. What I went with for an entree was a red fish fajitas. Which actually were pretty good, seasoned pretty well. They were like blackened, and they came with like some shrimp on them as well. So I thought they were definitely solid, not bad at all. I had a margarita. The margarita was, again, okay, probably middle of the road. It's kind of a smaller place. In my opinion, it kind of seems like a small place that people do a lot of like takeout and stuff like that from. And I think they're kind of known for like their tacos and stuff like that. So overall experience was decent. Scale from 1 to 10, I'd say it's a solid 7. So definitely not disparaging the place at all or anything like that. But me being a guy from Houston who's had a lot of good Mexican food, this place was just okay. But definitely we'll see if we can find some other better spots as we move on through the week out here. I guess I didn't mention that I am close to the New Orleans area, but this location is actually in Metairie, which is a city that's right outside of New Orleans, maybe 5 minutes outside of New Orleans. So it's not very far, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. Definitely I'll catch you guys a little bit later and check in with you with other things that I'm looking into. All right, it is Monday. I am headed out to a local pizza place called Echoes. I'm going to check it out. I'm meeting up with my sister. Hopefully today's food experience will be a little better than yesterday's, but I'll let you know how it is. just stepping out of Echo's Pizzeria. It is a cool spot. Definitely a come up from where we were yesterday at the Mexican restaurant. The Mexican restaurant was definitely underwhelming, but this spot definitely fit the bill. Really good food. The pizza was very, very good. It's like a brick oven pizza, so it gave a nice crispy crust to it, but it was thin crust, which is definitely my preference. Generally, I'm not into that doughy of a pizza and stuff like that, so with the thin crust was really, really good. I had a chorizo pizza with anchovies. I'm personally a fan of anchovies. I know everybody isn't always a fan, but I definitely enjoyed it. And then my sister had a lamb sausage pizza, which was pretty tasty too. I took a little bite of it just to kind of check it out, and it was really, really good. So definitely a cool spot to check out. A small kind of local place, not too many people around, so not a huge crowd, but definitely a good space. Cool, nice little vibe, some decent drinks inside and stuff like that. So definitely, if you get a chance, check it out. But I'll catch you on the next one. All right, it is Tuesday. Finished with work for the day, so about to head out and get some dinner with my sister again. About to head to this place called Gris-Gris, which is kind of on Magazine Street in New Orleans, and apparently it's supposed to be kind of a pretty nice, like Creole, but kind of upscale, kind of Creole restaurant. So we're gonna check it out and see what they got going on there. All right. Okay, just stepping out of Gris-Gris. It's a really cool place. So they got like a pretty cool like little patio that's on the top, and you can kind of see out like onto the street and stuff like that. You can kind of sit outside. Really, really cool. Thought the food was really, really good. We had a pretty solid appetizer. It was like a shrimp with a remoulade sauce on it and some fried green tomatoes. Really, really delicious. If you haven't had fried green tomatoes before, I definitely think it's something you should try. It's kind of a tangy kind of taste. It's not like your regular sweet tomato. It's a little bit different, but definitely good. A nice little crunchy kind of flavor to it. So really good. I went with a fried oyster salad, which was really, really good. The oysters were cooked to perfection. And the salad, really nice and crunchy with a nice little vinaigrette sauce on it. Really, really good. My sister had basically also some fried oysters with like a jam and some pork belly. So I took a little bit of sample of that. Thought it was pretty tasty. Really, really cool spot. Definitely would say I would come back here. One side little note is the portion size is a little bit on the smaller side. So if you were really, really hungry, it might not be the place for you. But as far as quality, texture, taste, flavors, things like that, fantastic. And also the beverages there, the cocktails and things they had, very, very unique. And a great flavor. So definitely be on my list for a place that I check out in the future. Catch you later. Good evening, everyone. I'm currently in downtown Baton Rouge, and I'm heading over to a place called Cecelia's Creole Bistro. It's like a kind of a local kind of cafe style Creole place. I guess they got some good like crawfish etouffee and things like that. So I'm gonna walk over and check it out and let you know what I think. Leaving Cecelia's Creole Bistro. Really cool little spot. A small kind of boutique style kind of restaurant. Again, like like a little cafe. But it's really cool. Good food. Went with kind of I didn't eat much today, so I kind of had a 3-course meal. Started out with a nice sweet and spicy fried alligator, which is really good, and it's kind of a fan favorite down in the Louisiana area. It wasn't too spicy or anything like that. It had a nice little sauce on it. Almost kind of like a honey mustard kind of taste, which was really good. I enjoyed that. Then I went with a blackened tuna, which was really good, and it had like a zucchini, like shaved zucchini, like made kind of like noodles. So it was kind of a healthy take on some pasta, which I always enjoy. And then I decided to spring and actually go with a dessert, which was a bit ambitious. It was a blueberry bread pudding with a praline like and caramel glaze on top. Really good, extremely rich in flavor, very tasty. But they gave me like a massive portion, so I'd say if you were going to check that out, you might want to do that with a friend or something like that, because it was a little bit more than I could take down myself. So definitely a good experience. I definitely check the place out again, and I'd say if you're down in the Baton Rouge downtown area, be a cool little place to check out and get a nice little meal. And on the street that we're currently on, there's kind of it's kind of a lot of different restaurants and bars and stuff like that in this area. So I think probably on a weekend it would probably be pretty cool. But this is Wednesday, so not too many people out doing a lot of things. But I will catch you on the next trip. Hello, everybody. It is now Friday. I guess I kind of skipped a day. Thursday was an extremely rainy day, so I just kind of took it easy. Didn't go out anywhere, just kind of stayed in the hotel room. The city I'm currently in is Alexandria, Louisiana, which is about 2.5 hours northwest of where I was before in Baton Rouge. And I actually got a suggestion for a place to go get some food at. It's a place called Spirits, which is a local place. Not even sure what they have, but I was suggested to come out here and check it out by a client. So I'm gonna go in and take a look. Just walking out of Spirits, definitely a cool little spot. Definitely kind of a diamond in the rough and kind of a small town that I'm in of Alexandria. I walked in, around 5 o'clock. It was kind of low key when I first walked in, not too many folks in there. Sat down, had a really good meal. It was like a grilled chicken breast that they make. They had like spinach, artichokes on it. Sun-dried tomatoes, grilled really nice to perfection. Then also on top of that, they had it was like a sweet potato, like a mashed sweet potato with this bacon jam on it. It gave you like this little sweetness, little savoriness, saltiness with the nice like mashed potato, with a little side salad that I had on the side. So that was really good. Apparently the place is called Spirits because they have a lot of great cocktails and stuff like that are in there. So a good menu of those items. So then a little later in the night, like the place started to fill up. I wasn't even there that long. So like I said, I got there around 5. And then around at 6, like the pace really started to get, jumping. Like a lot of folks were there. They had kind of like live music on the inside. They also have a nice little patio in the back. And I guess tonight, because it's a Friday night, they have like a oyster bar that's in the back where you can get like some fresh oysters shucked. And there's a lot of people sitting outside, and there's a separate band and separate music that's playing out there. So overall, really cool thing. So it's kind of a different vibe on both sides. It was kind of like on the outside, there was like a jazz music kind of thing, but then on the inside was a guy playing the piano, and it was almost like a folksy kind of like old time saloon type of music. So definitely a cool vibe, cool little situation. So a nice way to end off the week. So tomorrow I will be heading back to Houston. So this is the end of my little trip. So I appreciate you all taking the time to hang out with me this week and check out what I've been doing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to see future updates, future excursions that we're on. And again, thanks again for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you on the next trip.